What's going on, everybody? It's Real Estate Nate. I got something really cool for you. I think this is actually something that will really benefit everybody that probably struggles to be organized in the business and know what tools to use. I'm just going to dive right into it, because honestly, there's a lot to cover, guys, but it's going to be really good. Again, guys, what I'm making this video for is I would like to be really organized, and it's kind of hard to be organized, with all the softwares and the tools that you need to master acquisitions and get deals. Now, guys, don't get me wrong. You don't need all these different softwares and services to get deals continuously. You can have a spreadsheet or a pad of paper and a phone and just call sellers and negotiate deals. But the way that I do it, I work all virtually from my computer, and I do go see, I do go see sellers if they're in my market, if I get a lead from the area, but I do everything pretty much over the phone, over my computer. So guys, for you that might do a lot of stuff from your laptop, you might not know the best way to do it. Now, again, by the way, guys, this call is sponsored by Batch Leads. That's the main reason why I'm doing this is today I want to show you guys why Batch Leads is so important in order to helping you scale your business and get deals consistently. I also want to show you guys how important it is to be organized, okay? So with all the softwares and services out there that you can use to run this acquisitions business, it's kind of hard exactly to know like the best way to get organized. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to set up and get organized with your computer and using Google Chrome. If you guys don't use that extension or that browser, you definitely need to use it. Guys, every time I log into my computer, like I have to open up a new tab and I have to open up all these tabs and open up all my software that I work with. And it's really frustrating. It's really annoying. Google just came out with this new thing called add tab to new group, and it allows you to organize your all the tabs that you need in one swoop, so you don't have to do it every single time like I'm used to doing. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it and the softwares and all the things you should have to do acquisitions consistently and be on top of everything. So guys, I don't know if you guys do, but I have multiple emails. I have an email for Investor Thrive, for my coaching business. I have one for Offer on Homes, which is our business where we make offers to sellers. And I have one just for my personal, right? So they all get meshed together, and it's really like annoying having to, have everything all in one browser. So what I did, guys, is, and I'll show you guys exactly how to do it. All you have to do is go to add a tab right here. And I've already done one for Investor Thrive, but for Offer on Homes, my acquisitions, my wholesaling business, but I'll show you. So if you go to add, you can sign into your user, your email, and add a new browser, but I've already done it. I'm just showing you guys how to do it. What you do, you basically add a browser depending on what email you want to use. And you guys can follow along with me or watch this later. But basically, this is my browser I'm going to only use for my business, okay, for wholesaling. So let's make this. So I have this sheet for my students that I work with, but I'm just going to show you. These are all the essential softwares or sites that I think someone needs to scale, or I guess be effective at doing acquisitions. And I'm just going to go through them with you guys, and I'm going to show you exactly how to save this as a tab. So every time that you exit out or you restart your computer, you don't have to go one by one, type in everything that you need. Because again, that's so frustrating. So the first thing you guys need to do if you're going to be good at acquisitions, and if you want to be comping and looking at deals and analyzing deals, is you need a way to comp deals and look for data. So again, this call is sponsored by Batch Leads. We use Batch Leads to not only to text, to market, to pull lists, but we use it to analyze data. So the first thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to pull up Batch Leads, and I'm going to mark it in a group tab so I don't have to ever do this again. Okay, so I'm logged in. Again, guys, if you've never looked at Batch Leads, you should get it. There's a 7-day free trial. I don't know why you wouldn't try it. But we look for properties. If I'm looking at, looking for properties that I want to buy in Salt Lake City, all I have to do is type in the area of properties that I'm interested in, and then you can filter specific, pre-foreclosures, type of beds, bathrooms, MLS data, vacancy. Properties that are vacant. There's quick filters here too, which is pretty cool. So that's why we use Batch Leads. And if you have a property, you can also run comps on it. For example, like let's say I'm looking at this one and I want to know what I can offer to sellers. I can run comparables on it, and it just does it for me right here. So that's just a brief overview, guys, of that. But first thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to the dashboard part. Let's go here. and I'm going to add to new group. Okay. So as I add to the new group, I'm going to call this offer on homes acquisition tabs. I want to save this group and I'm going to mark it green. And that is going to be my group tab that I'll never have to do this again. Okay. So batch leads is in there. What else do I need to have? Well, again, guys, if you don't have batch leads, you can use other comping tools that are free. Like we use batch leads in non-disclosure areas. If we want to check out more data, we use Zillow. So I'm going to bookmark Zillow as well. So I'm going to add it to offer on home acquisition tab, and I'm going to bookmark it. Okay, under essential acquisition tabs. Remember, guys, the reason why I'm doing this is mainly because you need, if you're going to be like trying to get deals every month consistently, or just even part-time, if you're doing this part-time, you need a way to analyze the data and find out, if the seller says he wants, $500,000 for this house, can you pay $500,000? Is that a good deal? Can you wholesale that? Well, according to this, if it's at Zillow price, I mean, you're going to need less than that, but that's just an example. So batch leads, again, link in the description, legit. We use them all the time for texting, for marketing, and Zillow or realtor.com, whatever you want to use, but you need to be able to analyze data. Okay, what's the next thing that you guys need to be able to use, if you want to be successful at acquisitions? Well, you need a phone system. Now, you can use your cell phone. You can use most CRMs come with a phone service. Like, we have HubSpot, so it's connected with Kixi. There's we have a couple different options that we refer to people, like FreedomSoft, Already Simply. But guys, if you don't have any money, if you're broke, and that's fine, Google Voice is a good option for you guys. Google Voice allows you to call. If you just go for personal use, you can set it up and it's free. Okay, I have a Google Voice number as well, and I use it if I give it to people that, specifically if I want to give it to sellers or something, so they're not blowing up my personal phone. But you can use Google Voice. And this is the reason why I'm doing this, guys. Look how long this is taking me to get all these up here. I'd rather just be able to go in, click it, have all the tabs come up. So I'm going to add this. It's already added to the group. As you can see, batch leads, Zillow, and now my CRM is here, okay? All right, so after you have a way to comp deals and you have a way to call sellers and you have a CRM. So most CRMs, guys, the next tab is DocuSign. Most CRMs come with like a document signer, like I think FreedomSoft does, I think Already Simply does. My HubSpot doesn't, so you had to integrate DocuSign into it. So what's the next thing you need to do that I'm gonna save in here? I believe, and I know that if you guys are going to be making consistent offers to sellers, you need a way to be able to crunch your numbers. I'm going to add this calculator to the tab. So the next thing guys need to do, if you have a calculator, I don't think a lot of people know about this, but I believe it's super important to have, is when you're talking to a seller, in your virtual, most of the time, they're going to be really skeptical of who you are. They're going to be like, who is this guy? I'm not going to sell my house to this guy. I've never even talked to him. I've never even seen him in person. So for what I do to make sellers feel a little bit more not as skeptical, but to feel more comfortable working with me, is I have what's called the info packet that we made and that we give to sellers. Okay. So the info packet basically gives them an overview of who we are as a company. And it says, hey, thanks. We email this to them, or we can send them the link. So I'm going to add that to the offer on homes tab. Okay. So let's review. Okay. And then we'll hop on to the next one. You need a way, run comps and pull lists and market. So that's why we use batch leads. Again, it's called sponsored by batch leads. You need a way to run comps so you're doing good, making a good decision. You can find good data. If you don't use batch leads, you can use Zillow to run comps. Now, once the leads start coming in, or if you're talking to agents and you want to put them in someplace, if you're not using a spreadsheet, you can use a CRM. We use HubSpot, and you can use Already Simply wherever you want. FreedomSoft, again, I showed you where you can find that. And then you need a way to crunch numbers, whether you have your own calculator, your own spreadsheet. This is the one we use because it goes over wholesale deals, flips, BRRRRs, novations, amortization. It goes creative financing deals. It goes over everything. And then you need a way to show sellers you're credible, whether you're sending them a proof of funds, a letter of intent, whatever you're sending them. We just have a packet. So that's where we're at right now. The next thing that I use as I wholesale virtually nationwide is I have an email. Guys, you can just use a regular Gmail, or you can go to Google Workspace and get yourself like a verified one from your business, which I have, which is Nathan at Offer on Homes. I have Nathan at Investor Thrive, and that's it. I have this spreadsheet, so we're going to add this again to the tab so I don't have to ever do it again. Now we're almost done. I appreciate you guys sticking around, and I really believe this is extremely helpful. It's helpful for me because I'm doing it for my business, so you should do it too. You need a calendar. Like, if you're going to just be willy-nilly and just doing deals and not being organized, like it's going to be hard to, manage your time. But I put everything on my calendar. As you can see, like I have 2 calendars. I have one for Investor Thrive, and this is Offer and Homes. I'm on the Offer and Homes one, so it shows busy for the Investor Thrive. But anyway, I block out my meetings, my appointments. So what you guys need to do is make sure that you're using Google Calendar or some sort of way to manage your time. So I'm going to add that. And with all the documents, the contracts, all the scripts, all the things you're going to do as you build this business and you try to get deals, you're going to need a way somewhere to store them. We store everything in Google Drive. And again, if you use Google Workspace, it's money because it has your email, it has, ways to meet with people, like do Zoom calls, meetings, and you can store all your stuff. So I have everything stored in my company under, Google Drive. You have your acquisitions, you have administrative, coaching, contracts, everything you need saved in here. So, and don't get overwhelmed. If you're like, oh my gosh, this is so much, it's not a big deal. You don't have to do this. I just like to put my stuff in places. And if you're trying to look where you should put all your documents to, like this is what you should do. To recap, guys, I'm just going to recap and make sure everyone understands what I just did and why I felt this was so necessary today. Because again, I just got back from Canada. I was not very organized and I had this problem that I was like, man, I'm just so tired every time I shut my computer off or cancel out of my browser that I have to pull up all these tabs again. And it's so annoying and it wastes my time. So I was like, is there a way that I can just, every time I pull it up, I can just pull all these up at, when I pull up my browser, I can just pull these up at one time, one fell swoop. And you can. I found out how you can do it. I just went through all this, showed you exactly what tools you needed, how to organize it in own specific browser that's designated for your business, and how to put it in a tab. So every time you exit out of here, you can just reload it up. All right, guys. Well, it's a Saturday, so go enjoy yourselves. Like I said, guys, I was in Canada all week, so I wasn't able to do this call earlier, but I wanted to definitely get it done for you. So anyway, guys, Saturday, I'm about to go home and chill. I hope everybody has a great Saturday, and I hope to see you guys next week on the challenge. All right. Have a great Saturday, everybody. Peace out.